Hello, this is a third in a series of HDBitchin videos on how to use the forum. We've done two others before, and the two we did before, first one was on basic forum navigation. Encourage you to watch that one. And then the second one we did was on the HDBitchin gallery. On this one, I'd like to cover profiles. We have an enhanced profile system. I'd also like to cover the alert system. We have an alert software for alerting you of activities that you might want to have alerts for, and it's all customizable. What you get alerts is up to you, or you can turn it off altogether. We also have a mentions or tagging system. If you're a Facebook fan, you might know what tagging is. Similar here, we call it mentions, and you might think of it that way. And I also want to cover karma or HDBitchin rep. In my opinion, a forum is two things. It's technical information, and it's also community. And then it's also should function such that if you're online or offline and you want to stay tuned into what's happening when you're offline, there should be a way of notifying you, alerting you when you're online, or notifying you when you're offline. And that's why we added some of these customized software plugins that we've done. So having added these software additions, it helps the community keep the social and technical exchange going. And you know, as I say, we've added things to your profile. We've added alerts about various forum activity, and we've added this mentions or tagging system. With that, let's go through this. I've added a little trail to the mouse. You can see up here on the logo at the top of the page. Everywhere my mouse goes, it'll follow with this little fire. Previous two videos, it was difficult to tell where my mouse might have been going because we didn't have you know, anything to show you the little mouse's location. Now we've done this. So I'm on the portal page. I'm using this testing account to show and demonstrate things. And you can see I can get to my profile here, or I can go to my profile here. There's a couple ways to do it. Or any place that, say, a member's name is, you can click on their member name, and let's just do that. Let's go over here and click on HDBitchin, and when I do that, I get HDBitchin pop-up profile. This is a custom feature on some of the software that we've loaded, and here you can see I got this window that gives me some quick stats about HDBitchin, the admin on this forum. That's me that's making this video, and I'm using test account as an account to demonstrate things from. The things that you see here are, okay, HDBitchin, his title, he's administrator, he's a male from Glendale, Arizona. If you don't want to share your gender in your profile, you're not required to. If you don't want to share your location, that you're from, you know, wherever in Oklahoma, you don't have to. And you can make a tagline. I have one here. It says riding the Arizona highways. You can do that in your profile. You can say some little cute thing if you want to. Some quick statistics are given in this pop-up. How many posts does this member have? What's his last activity today and what time, and when did this member register? There's also some quick links down here in the left of this box, which would be first one, hover over, get a little profile, view profile tooltip. Next one I hover over, it gives me a link to the website. It's a little globe, which is a link for somebody if they had a website. Then the next one here is a personal message link to quickly go to their personal messaging. So let's go to HDBitchin's profile page. When I go there, you see that on his profile page, he's got himself a cover photo. People that don't have that will just have a honeycomb black background, and people that have an avatar will have their avatar right here. For example, if I go to this test account that I'm demoing with and click on test account, he's got a black honeycomb, no profile cover photo. He's got an avatar, so that's there. Okay. And then from his profile, since he can do things with his profile, he's got a long list of things that he can manage over here on the left. If I go back to HDBitchin, as this member is not HDBitchin, and now he's viewing HDBitchin's profile, there's just a few things on the left where there was many over on the other page that he could use to do and view. So going on about the profile here, you'll notice I have a wall tab, I have a profile tab, I have a friends tab, I have a post tab, which is generating the most recent posts of HDBitchin, because that's whose profile we're looking at. I have a topics tab, clicked right here, and that's the most recent topics that he created. And then I have a show statistics tab, which would load statistics about time online and how many posts and what percentage of posts were made in what boards, so on and so forth. And then I have an about me. Now, not everybody has to have an about me. And if you don't want to tell anything about yourself, you don't have to go on to write this. And you can write as much as you want or as little as you want or nothing if you choose to not have a about me tab. If I go back to test account, you'll notice that he does not have that tab. It would be right here. There's no about me. And if you've not made an about me by going here, right here in this modify profile list of things that you can do with your own profile, there's a link to click on. And when you click on that, you go to your profile page. You go to your about me page, and here's where you can edit your about me things that you want to say, as little or a lot or nothing. And if you don't do anything with it, you don't have a tab. So if I go back to Mr. Test Accounts page, you see he has no about me, not written anything, not saved it, not shared anything with anybody. So your profile is really about what you want to save with people. I mean, you can put information about where you're from, what gender you are if you would like. You can do friend requests. You can go to other people's profiles and say, I want to request them to be a friend with you. Then they would be added to your friends list. You can see if I go back to HDBitchin, been here on the forum a long time. I got a lot of friends. These are good buddies of mine I ride with, and been on the forum a long time. Also see on HDBitchin's account, there's a 6 last visitors that have been to HDBitchin's account that are listed there. And also, there's something posted on his wall. If anyone comes and posts on your wall, it's public. Keep in mind that private messages are private messages. Wall posts on your profile are viewable to registered members, not to guests. Guests cannot look at profiles, but your registered members can go to anybody's profile, and if there's a wall post there, they'll see it. Now, you can delete posts that are on your wall. You can edit them, just clear them out if they're old, and maybe the guy started talking about personal things and you didn't want that personal thing to be said. So one thing about the wall posts is the alerts function that we have on the forum. And let's go back to our test account. The alerts that we have, and you can get to alerts by clicking here in this little click that says alerts right there where my mouse is. Let me get my trail coming back here. So right here where my mouse is, the alerts are going to be one way of getting to alerts. If I click on that, and go to test accounts alerts, He shows he's got 4 different alerts that were given to him all by HDBitchin, because these were test things that I was doing today. He can go into his alert settings, and when he goes into alert settings, he can turn on or turn off as many things as he would like to have alerts for given to him, or as many things he doesn't want. You can turn everything off. You can see over here on the right hand side, everything's clicked. So he's getting alerts for new replies and subscribed topics, new topics in subscribed boards, quotes where somebody quoted his posts, alerts for new profile, new personal messages, new buddies that are coming in, new requests, alerts for mentions, alerts for friend requests, alerts for friend request approved, posts that are made in his wall would be alerted. And then miscellaneous things are karma in personal messages and karma in posts. Karma, good or bad, and it gets reported. So if you're making karma positive or negative to a member, keep in mind they know that you gave them positive karma. They also know that you gave them negative karma. You may want to think about it twice, excuse me, before giving negative karma to someone. You also have in your settings the ability to set up, turn notifications on globally for every post and every reply that you ever make in a topic. If you wanted to, be inundated with alerts such as that kind of thing. Just clicked on the alert listing here. Let's see, come on. There we go. Form a little slow. Let me just create one. Now you notice up here there's a little triangle, and every 8 seconds or so up here this little triangle has some racing arrows. You'll see this on your logged in account. There's the racing arrows, and if I click on the triangle or hover over it, it turns into a finger. I can click and go to my alerts. So that's on every page. So say if I go to the forum page, on the forum page I have this ability to always go to my alerts. If I click on that, it pops up a little window, a quick review of my current alerts. If I want to go to my alerts page where my settings are, I can do that by clicking the top of that box. So that box had 2 things up here: see more alerts or than what's being listed here, or go to my alerts settings. If I click on that, then this is going to change to the settings. But I also had that ability as I was in here. But let's just say this Mr. Test account is over on the forum, and he's on this forum index page, and he's going to get an alert here because I'm going to, on another computer that I'm on here, put a, I'm going to quote him on another computer. So what's going to happen is you're going to see when I quote him, there's going to be a little red 1 that's going to pop up right here, and this little grayed out triangle that's got the racing arrows on occasion is going to go into a brighter white color, and I'm going to get a little red box here that's got a 1 in it, because it means I got 1 new alert. So now when I go to Mr. Test account and I quote him, I'm going to do just a demonstration that you're not seeing what I'm doing on another computer right now, but I'm going to quote him, and when I quote him in another thread as another member, he's going to get that as an alert, and boom, you see a red 1, you see a red 1 up here, and you'll see when I refresh this page, this turns to a white triangle where it was gray before. So I have a couple ways of going to see what my alerts are. I can go to my profile. I can quickly go to my profile by going here, or dropping this drop down menu of profile here, or I can do a quick read of my alerts by clicking that white triangle with the exclamation mark. When I do, I see the alerts that are recent in a little window here. If I want to look at more of those alerts, I click on the link for see more alerts, and I go to this page where I see the listing of my alerts in a better view, a bigger view. So that's a demonstration of the alert system. Now, if I were to do a mention, like let's just have a demonstration here that you can see where Mr. Test Account is going to go into this mentions mod test thread, and he's going to do a reply, and he's going to do a mention. Now, to do a mention, you could be typing along, doing whatever, such as this, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say test of mention or tagging, as some might call it. So to do that, I put a @ in front of every member's name, any member's name, and if I type in the first three letters HDB, what happens is it goes off and gets in a list of whose members start with HDB. Well, I got HDBitchin and I got HDBikeDoc. Well, I don't want to bother this guy because if I clicked on HDBikeDoc, it's going to send him an email and a notification. So I'm going to click on HDBitchin. So it fills it in. It's a quick way of finding some member. You type in the @ and the HDB, and if I did that and I posted that thread, Mr. Test Account has now tested a HDBitchin tagging or mention, and HDBitchin would now get a alert, and he'd get the little red circle, or red square, and the little red one up here in the tab of his browser. Can't show you that because we're videotaping the screen capture of this test account page. So that's the alert profile page, alerts page, and mention page. Now let's talk about karma. Here's if I were to give HDBitchin karma right now, you see he's got 133 positive and -4 negative in the karma. And then there's a plus rep and a minus rep, and those are links. If I press on minus rep or press on plus rep, I'm going to give him positive rep for that post. And when I give positive rep for that post, he's going to get an alert that he's got good karma or bad karma. You got, like I say, think twice about giving bad karma to people. Another thing that we can do kind of encourages people, and sometimes maybe you don't want to say +1 on a post, or it's good, or I like that, and just post some simple agreement. You do have down here in every post that someone makes, you can say agree, disagree, like, dislike, worthy of being a DIY tip, funny. You can see I'm moving my mouse across and tooltips are popping up. Sad, winner, informative, love it, optimistic, timely information, and thinking outside the box. Those kind of went off the page screen capture, but each one of those can be used to show agreement, disagreement, like it, funny. You can do that as well here. Karma or HDBitchin rep karma is a way of communicating to somebody that you liked what they did, either in a positive way or a negative way. Liking over here is just going to put in say like if I click the like thing here, and when I click like over here is going to pop in that I like it. So I'll click it, and when I do, it says loading up there, and it says like ×1 view list. So if I click on view list, I get a little pop-up window that says that like was given by member test account. And that's how you would view different likes or dislikes that were given in a post. You can quickly undo that rating. You see it says undo rating. If you leave the page and go away, you can't undo it. So if you give a dislike here or something, it's going to remain. So these are ways of kind of enforcing, yeah, I like what he said, I'm going to say that. Or I like so much about what he said, I'm going to give him rep, positive rep, or karma positive. Or I dislike so much of what he says that I'm going to give him some negative rep. Okay. All right. What else did we not cover? So we talked about, well, by the way, to give karma, a member must have 5 posts on the forum before they can see these plus rep and minus rep buttons to give plus positive rep or minus negative rep to a member. So you can't just be a brand new member and have never posted and just go through and go negative, negative, negative karma. If you do, people are going to know about you, and people might report you that says, you know, all this guy is doing is giving out negative karma. Also, you have a 1-hour waiting period between awarding negative or positive karma. So as a member, you can, with 5 posts, you can give positive or negative karma to any member, but before you can give it again to any other member or to that same member again, you must wait an hour. So it's just a way of sort of throttling back somebody that just would come on the forum and decide to go negative, negative, negative. I don't like what this person has to say. So I think we kind of covered things well. Like I say, profile, you can get to it from here. You have a fall down menu that's here. Profile can also be gotten to by going over here. And you can go to the various areas of your profile from that view. You can also get to anybody's profile by clicking on their avatar. And when you do that, you first are greeted with the little pop-up, and then you click further on that pop-up and you go to that person's profile page. So I think we've kind of covered what we wanted to talk about. There are several things in here that you just go around and look at your profile. I mean, you got a summary, you have your own show statistics, you can look at other people's statistics, you can show your own posts quickly and go back and find posts you made by clicking on going to your profile and asking your profile to quick search out your posts. You can do that also down here by clicking on show posts here, or show your topics that you made. So if you go, where did I make that post a week ago, and you don't know, come to your profile and search the posts that you made by going to these tabs right here, or going to the links in the menu to the left here. As I say, we talked about alerts page, and there's the alerts page. We talked about the mentions page. But anytime you get mentioned, you have a listing of who's mentioned you here, and this member test account was mentioned in this thread, and that mentions test mod thread. You can do your settings here. If you don't want to get private message notification in the mentions, you can turn it off. If you want to receive them, you can click and turn it on. Default on every member account is to receive a PM notification when you are mentioned. So if somebody puts an @ sign in front of your username in a post, you're going to get a PM to notify you of that. You'll also, if you're online, get the little red, alert, and the little triangle will turn a solid white. You can also ask it to send email notifications along with PMs, and you can also select only load friends in the mentions box when it goes and searches for as you're going off and doing a tagging or a mention. You have a friends link here where you can go in and manage your friends, and like I say, there's just a number of things that are here in this profile for you to do, like do as little or do as much as you want. Do you want to have a about me page? It's totally up to you. Do you want to have an avatar? Yes or no? Do you want to have a cover photo, which would be here? Yes or no? It's up to you. So I think with all of that being said, that's how to use the alerts, the profile page, the mentions, and karma we talked about. And we talked about the rating of posts, where you can like, dislike, say it's funny, and that's kind of an on-the-fly thing. Now, no alerts or anything are generated from the post ratings that are done. If you go into any one of those posts, for example, if I go to this new member post and look here, and if I do anything with these ratings here, that does not generate an alert. Karma changing generates alerts. New PMs generates alerts, and maybe it's worth going back to the alerts page, and let's go to the profile for this guy and go to the alerts page, and you might want to look at alert settings as well. And here's a page where you can go on your profile and set up what do you want to get for your alerts. You want to be alerted when new replies or new topics are being got activity. Do you want alerts from quotes? So those first 3 items, and then on new personal messages, new buddies, mentions received, friend requests received, friend request approved, post in the wall received in your wall, good karma, bad karma in personal messages or in posts. You can turn all of these off. You're all on this profile. You can turn them all off and say, I don't want none of that. I don't want to be bothered. I just come to the forum to read about the technical stuff. I do post, but I just don't want to be alerted and told that something's going on. So just uncheck everything over here. Uncheck everything over here. So here's what you can. So it's go into your alerts by going here and go into alert settings, and then there's all listed right here. And like say, if we just click on alerts, there's the alerts that this member's gotten. Alert settings to set up what you want to see and what you don't want to see are all right here. Okay, I think that's about it. Thanks for being members here. I hope it was kind of informative. This might have went longer than I wanted it to. Maybe I can edit some of it out. But I hope it's helpful, and I hope you enjoy HDBitchin. Thanks. Bye.